kids out. And that's great to see. And I know Coach Sabers was really satisfied with that. He's got a lot of people to work with, and we're just about ready to get underway here, Mark.
City High's in their white uniforms with the gray pants, red helmets. They'll be going from right to left on your radio dial. Xavier in the blue tops, gray pants, silver helmets. They're getting set to kick off. And it's number 7, Andrew Davis, a 6-foot, 170-pound senior. Tees the ball up, referee gives him the signal, and we're about to get underway. And the ball's off, and it goes to the middle wedge of the second line for City High. They come up with it left side, get it out to about the 25-yard line, and that's where City High is going to take over on offense. 1st and 10 at their own 25.
That was Bob Hesseltine on that return, and I think, it came right to him, and he didn't hesitate. He scooped it right up and put his running back shoes on and took it up the middle like a fullback.
Yeah, we look at Bob, and he's the offensive guard, number 50 for City High. He's probably not used to running the ball. He's in that middle wedge there. He says, I'm supposed to be blocking here. I'm not supposed to be carrying it. So Curtis Stiers brings up the line for City High. Receiver split left and right. Stiers back. Lots of time. Goes out right side. Pass is complete to Recker. He's out near the 43-yard line. Still on his feet. Takes about 3 defenders to bring him down. And finally they wrestle him down right at the 40-yard line. And right away, City High comes out passing. And a quick one right there for a first down.
He was wide open. He took a little shorter route over the middle, and another receiver on his side went deep to clear him out, and he was wide open.
So again, it's a 1st and 10 situation on the 42-yard line for City High. I backfield, split receivers left and right. Fake handoff, roll out to his left. Stiers directing traffic out front, tucks underneath, and gets it out to right about the 45, where he is hammered there by number 93 of the defensive line there for Xavier, and just gave him a nice pop right there. 93 is Ryan Chiswick, a 6-foot, 190-pound junior there, and he gave Stiers a pretty good pop during that rollout.
That play kind of deteriorated as he rolled out there, running the ball tonight. Interesting that they came out throwing right away to Recker and kind of set the tone with him, let him know how good a weapon he is.
3 receivers this time for City High, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Stiers gets it, rolls out right, completes the pass out right side, picks up a gain about 4 yards. And that pass was out there complete to number 86, Caleb Recker.
Well, when you've got a weapon like that, you go to him, and I think maybe Coach Sabers' philosophy here might be to his new kids in the backfield. He might just be letting them settle in a little bit, get some blocks, and get their feet underneath them in the game, and see how they do before they hand the ball off to him.
And here's a chance where you might see those new kids. A 3rd and 2 situation here, just short of midfield. Actually just over midfield on the 49. The give is to the second man through. He gets right near the first down, but might be stopped just a little bit short, as that was given to Colin Swaney, number 24, the second man through. Actually, it was Tyson Worth who was the ball carrier that time. And from our angle here, the way they got spotted, they look. This can really set the momentum for the ball game here. They get it here. You got a lot of confidence going in.
You bet.
If not, you're immediately on offense after 4 plays. So, I backfield, split receivers left and right. Quarterback sneak by Stiers. He takes it up, gets a good 2 yards, and gets the first down for City High. So Stiers calls his own number and follows his lead block there by John Morrison, picks up the first down, and it's 1st and 10 for the Little Hawks, and they're at the 46-yard line of Xavier.
He got that rather easily, Mark. Those guys got off the ball real quick and just formed that little wedge for him to sneak in behind. He waited about a half a count and lunged forward, and he had that pretty handily.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that line's doing a tremendous job right now, and there really was no pileup. He had it, no contest, just inside 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. Man in motion, comes out to left side, 3 receivers left side, whistle blows. And let's see what they're going to call here. Is it going to be offsides possibly?
Procedure call.
Yes, it is. That's not what you want. You just had a great play getting your quarterback sneak. You get your first down, and you come back out your next play, and you get yourself a penalty. So that's not really how you want to capitalize on that momentum builder right there.
No, it's not. It's 1st and long, and what do? You go to Recker, I suppose, huh?
He hasn't hurt you so far, so put it up and see what happens.
Yep.
So it's 1st and 15, ball on the 49-yard line, the City High 49-yard line. Stiers back to pass. Good protection, goes out left, and the pass is incomplete as they try to get it there to number 81. That's Aaron Grove, and just over the top of Aaron's hands. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. But a flag is down in the backfield. We might have a holding call back here, Mike.
Yeah, that play developed. It looked kind of funny, Mark, from the get-go, the way they got off the ball there, and in the backfield especially, and the protection broke down, and it just didn't look right, and that may be the cause of it. There is a hold.
So that's, yeah, I mean, we're early in this ball game. There is no question, but the ball's all the way back in the 28, but there is no quit in this Xavier team right now.
Oh, it's 1st and 30.
1st and 30. Twin receivers out left, man in motion coming across and on the right side, and now it's offsides again.
City High in motion. Their end took off before the ball was snapped. These are just fundamental mental mistakes. They're probably going to happen this early in the season, but I know that drives a coach crazy.
Yeah, they're going to happen, but you still don't like it. Grove was coming in motion that time, and as he was coming in motion, the whistle blows, and that's going to make this a 1st and 35 and going to put the ball on the 23-yard line.
40. They're saying.
That's a 10-yard offside?
That's what they're saying. It's saying it's 1st and 40, but I think you're right. I think it's 1st and 35.
I think it's 1st and 35 because the ball's on the 23, 24-yard line.
Well, they got a long way to go. Let's put it that way.
It's 1st and forever. Fake handoff. Stiers takes out the right side, and he's met there for nothing, and he has just stopped immediately and turned around there. A great defensive play there.
He might have lost one.
And that's something that they really cannot afford to do. But that defensive line for Xavier really bowing their backs right now, and they're firm that line of scrimmage.
They're charging hard off the ball, Mark. You know, they're saying, you know, if you want to throw it, we're going to throw a rush at you. If we're going to run it, we're going to stand here and make you earn it.
After that first down, you mentioned that this offensive line was getting off the ball. It just seems like they're not doing it like they did that first 4 plays of this ball game. Stiers brings up the City High offense. Twin receivers left.
Looked like motion again, but it wasn't.
5-step drop. He's got a little time. Now the pocket collapses.
Boy, it broke down.
Bring him down. And number 77, Ryan Edmonds, gets credit for that quarterback sack. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and forever situation.
And that pocket broke down so quickly on that mark. They're coming up straight up the middle, and they're really charging hard up the middle, and City High just can't contain them for some reason. They're throwing some linebackers in there and really bringing everybody thinking they're going to throw, and they're doing a little run play and caught them.
Did a lot of City High games last year, and I don't remember ever seeing a 3rd and 46 situation. But that's what they're facing with 7:39. The clock is running here in the first quarter. We have no score. Stiers brings up the Little Hawks to line of scrimmage. He rolls out to his left, sets his feet, looking out left, and it's not close and out of bounds. As that pass was intended for number Alex Fisher in to do the kicking here.
Obviously looking at great field position here for Xavier if they can field this. They do a reverse.
Good kick. Xavier reverses out to the right side to get across midfield.
Whoa.
And Brock just spun around there on that tackle. A nice open field tackle there by Tyson Worth as he just spun that ball carrier around. Travis Sweet had that one. He just got turned around facing the other end zone.
Well, he was getting blocked in the back to start with, and he just kept on going and grabbed him as he went by and spun him around. Great field position.
Give you a striped shirt. We can have you being another official here, Mike.
Just what we need, right?
Xavier with the basketball toss, or football toss goes out left side. They get it to, he gets it out left side, breaks over midfield, gets down to about the 30.
Well, they're playing a little power football. They're running off the left tackle. Nice run, good blocking.
So Jason Sweet showing good speed, good strength there as he gets out to that left side, and he picks up a first down. Gets the ball out to the 31-yard line of City High, and already great field position inside City High territory, and we have just inside 7 minutes to play the first quarter. Xavier comes up to the line. Sayer, the quarterback, brings it up, gives it to the first man through. Nothing there. The ball is loose. They're fighting for it.
City High's got it.
And the officials say City High has it, and a huge break there for the Little Hawks, Mike, as their backs were up against the wall there. Their defense stiffens right there. It gets a big turnover for the Little Hawks.
It sure did. They tried to go up the middle on that play, and City High's defensive line got off the ball really quickly there and almost practically dodged their blockers to get it right in the face, and there was 3 of them right there to take him down, and somebody popped it loose, and boy, you talk about needing a break there.
They got it. So Stiers brings up the offense for the Little Hawks. Receivers split left and right, eye backfield. Give us to the second man through. He comes off the left side, breaks it out there, picks up a gain of about 3 yards there.
Boy, those defensive backs for Xavier sure closed quickly.
Yep, right there, who's that speedy safety there for Xavier, came up and just made that play right there, and that speedy Colin Swaney for City High. Brings up a 2nd and 7.
Option.
Rolling out right is Stiers. He options, pitches it out to the second man there. Nothing there.
But City High got it back, I think. City High's got it.
City High does have it back, so.
But, you know, they pitched that ball out, Mark, and as soon as he got it, he went to turn upfield, and he got popped hard by a cornerback coming up, and that ball popped loose. I could see it from up here. He really got hit hard.
So the offense right now is showing a little bit of problems here. The defense only on the field for 2 plays. They did a nice job. This offense, the first 3 plays got a first down, or first play they got a first down. After that, they've been sort of sputtering. Again, it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 14 on City High's own 31. 5.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
I would think they'd try to throw to Recker, but they've got to get some pass protection.
They got to get some time to throw that ball and set up a route.
Maybe they roll him out.
Stiers back, 5-step drop, goes out left side, gets it out there to Swaney. Swaney catches it in the flat, but immediately he's dropped there for pretty much a no gain.
He came right underneath that long pattern, that zip pattern that Recker ran. And they cleared him out, and he came underneath, and he was wide open. But, boy, they did close fast again.
Kyle Weber was right there for Xavier. He made the play, and it's going to bring on the punting team again for City High. Punt is on the way. It's a high kick, not very long. Receiver calling for a fair catch around the 40. He doesn't make it, but finally does just smother that football right there around the 41-yard line. And that's Sweet there. Expected him to be a little bit more sure-handed. He's got sure feet, but I'm not sure about the hands there.
Well, there's a City High player closing on him pretty quickly and ran by him, and I thought he might get called for interfering with that. But, yeah, that's a little scary as a receiver when you're back for a punt to watch that go through your hands.
A timeout is called on the field, so we're going to take a 30-second timeout now. You're listening to City High football on AM 1630, KCJJ.
They look like they can run it wide. They look like they can run it up the middle. We haven't seen anything as far as their throwing game yet, but they look pretty sharp.
Gives the first man up the middle, and he's just plowing a whole host of City High defenders there. He picked up about 3-4 yards.
He's just bolted up. It looked like he was going to get a 1-yard gain, and like you say, I think he got 4.
Yeah, Chris Huger there just carried a whole host there and makes it about a 2nd and 5 there. 2nd and 3.
7 yards. Who was that, Mark?
Huger, I believe.
Huger.
Chris Huger, number 8, a 5'11", 170-pound senior. First man to Huger again, and right there, City High was there with a whole host of tacklers.
Boy.
No gain that time, and just stopped him short, and maybe even for a loss there for Xavier.
It almost looked like they were trying to run the same play, and City High was waiting for him. They had about 3 guys right there, shed their blocks, and were in position to make that tackle and push him back.
Xavier running that backfield of 3 across there, so they have the 3 backs going side to side to side there. This time staggered eye pitches out to Sweet. He gets out to the right side, not
Great
much
tackle.
there. And a great job of the left side of the defense for City High, and stops Sweet there for a very short gain.
That showed their team speed right there for City High's defense. They really got over there quickly. 3 guys over there, and they all helped out on the tackle. He wasn't going anywhere.
Brings up a 4th and 3 situation for the Saints of Xavier, and at their own 49-yard line, so they're going to end up punting this football. Jason Sweet is also the punter for the Xavier. Snap goes back. He angles it towards the right sideline. Gets it off, and it's caught there by Recker. Recker comes up middle of the field. He's out across the 30 to the 32, 33-yard line.
Nice return.
Where he's finally taken down by the Xavier defense. So a nice job there by Caleb Recker on that return.
To allow him to get those first few steps to get up the field.
Looking at Caleb Recker and the angle Sweet had where he was laying that punt up, I thought it was going directly for the sideline, but Recker caught it just by the hash mark, so it wasn't that far out to the sideline as I originally thought. Stiers brings up the offense for City High. Receivers out left and right, single back. Man in motion. Fake reverse gives it the first man through up the middle. That's number 24, Colin Swaney. He picks up about 3 yards there, 2 to 3 yards. Little misdirection with the man in motion there, and gives it to the second man, or the only man through there, as Swaney was a lone setback there. Brings up a 2nd and 7 for City High.
He's getting his taste of varsity football here. He's carried a few times up the middle and getting hit pretty good.
He's got his first hit underneath his belt. He's ready to go.
He's checking his helmet out now. I think he got popped pretty good there on that play, but
making sure he still got his mouth guard in place.
Practice is one thing, but game's a whole different deal for him, I think.
Haven't seen the blue shirt before. They may have seen a red one in practice, but this blue shirt is something new for him. So 2:42 to play. Clock is running in the first quarter. We have no score. City High with the football. They're facing a 2nd and 8 on their own 36-yard line. Stiers brings up the Little Hawks to the line of scrimmage. Single back, split receivers left and right. Graves coming in motion. Fake reverse. Stiers has it. Nothing there. The ball is loose. It's on the ground.
City High's got it for a big loss.
City High's there, but they are going to have it, as you say, for a big loss as it's around the 20 to the 19-yard line. So the offense is going in reverse here, Mike.
They've been doing it all game long. They just one mistake after another. If it's not a mental mistake with a penalty, it's a fumble. They're trying to set up that end around because they've run it a couple times in a row here where they fake that handoff.
So a 3rd and 24 situation on their own 20-yard line for City High. Twin receivers left side. Stiers back, 7-step drop, looking left.
Oh, he's
goes
wide
to
open.
Caleb Record, who's wide open at the 35-yard line, cuts it to midfield, and that's where he's taken down. There is actually at the 34-yard line, and they're going to be short of a first down. They're actually going to bring up a 4th and 10 situation, so City High going to have to punt with 1:20 and running in the first quarter.
He was wide open again. That's a play I think we saw earlier where he comes underneath, but you know he basically caught that and got tackled at the original line of scrimmage when they received the ball on the punt.
Xavier not going to take any chances there, so they played that little zone, and they caught it inside the zone, but still well short. The kick is underway, and fair caught out there right around the 25-yard line by Travis Sweet. So we have a Jason and a Travis Sweet in the ball game for Xavier.
Just going backwards and making mistakes, and early season mistakes, obviously.
Sayer with the ball. He rolls out to his right and tries to find the receiver in the flat, and short hops him there as Jason Sweet was there in the flat. Couldn't get it to him, and that goes incomplete and going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Was that his first attempt, Mark?
Sayer's first attempt, I believe so, yes. Mike Sayer, the 5'11", 175-pound junior for Xavier.
The receiver was open. He just shorted him on it, and
just sort of bounced him right there at his feet. The defensive back was closing quick, but still he had time to catch the ball and at least turn and face the
He would have had a nice gain.
Yep. Sayer brings him up, gives it to the first man through, and he's met there immediately by the center of that defensive line for City High for a very short, if any, gain. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9 situation, and the clock is winding down quick at 40 seconds to go.
Well, City High's defense is holding Hager pretty well. He's got 8 yards and 4 carries, but
2-yard average, sure.
Yeah, but we haven't seen much of anything else anyway from Xavier overall, so we can't really have much to compare to at this stage.
Mike Sayer rolling out to his right, looking out, finds the receiver out there in the open flat there, and that's number 34, who I don't have on my lineup card, so I'm not sure who exactly that was. Do you have a 34 on your lineup card?
No.
Okay, Matt somebody is who the PA guy said, but he's not on our lineup card, so, but he did make a nice catch, and it was a first down for Xavier with 21 seconds to play. That stops the clock, gives them a big first down.
Great throw and great catch.
Ball near midfield at the Xavier 48. Sayer rolls out to his left on the option. He pitches it back to Sweet, and Sweet can't get by 2 tacklers, and he's actually going to be tackled for a loss. So a good defensive play there for City High as they string out that 5 seconds to play in this first quarter. We're going to end the first quarter scoreless in a 0-0 tie. You're listening to City High football on AM 1630, KCJJ.
When you call 0275, you get a knowledgeable
Get things going, and they're going backwards, mostly for City High. I'm sure they'll get that straightened out, and their defense, if they make a nice stand, should get the offense off to a good start here.
Sayers brings up the offense for Xavier. He rolls out to his right, passes out to his right in the flat, and just overthrown. He had Jason Sweet there wide open, but just over his outstretched arms in the left flat there and falls incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 situation for
First down,
Xavier.
and starting to roll a little bit.
But as it is, it's a great break for City High, and we're going to take it. Sayers rolls out right, option pitch to Sweet. He gets it across the midfield stripe and then up to the 45-yard line where he's finally brought down by the City High defense. So a decent gain there for Jason Sweet, but that's going to bring up 4th and about 4 yards, and they're going to.
I guess he's got to catch the thing too. You know, at receiver, they got to get something going. They're just not clicking here, and City High's defense obviously has something to do with that.
Sweet with the kickoff. He kicks it out to the right side. And it bounces and out of bounds. So City High going to get the football from our vantage point. What do you say, about the 30?
25 maybe.
Okay, it's hard to tell from this
Yeah.
here. It's radio, they can't tell.
That's right.
So we're okay. 11-11
We were
to
right on the
play.
nose, weren't we?
City High with the football, 11-11 to play in the first half. Stiers brings up the offense for the Little Hawks. The give is to the second man through, number 24. That is, pardon me, that is Colin Swaney, as my tongue is getting tied up here and can't.
He was up the middle and got some good contact going forward.
The offensive line really needs to step up and start blowing this defensive line off the ball. Give us to Swaney again, and he picks up about 2 yards, actually a yard there as he's tripped up there early. So a short gain there by Swaney is going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
You know, it looks like he needs one more.
City High's offense.
Xavier's playing well on defense. They've really contained this City High offense and pushed him back.
Split receivers and I backfield for City High. Stiers has the ball, 2-step drop, looking up the middle, has a receiver.
Great
but
catch.
They're going to give it to him as a catch?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that was a nice, that's going to fall incomplete as that was intended there for Caleb Recker, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 6 for City High on their own 43, and they're going to have to punt the football away.
Thought he might be able to dig that ball out when he went down there, but
good kick right side. Fair catch is called for by Jason Sweet, and he does so at the 25-yard line. Actually, that's Travis Sweet.
But it is the 25-yard line.
It is the 25-yard line. We got that one right, and it is one of the Sweets that caught it. 9:52 to go.
Well, that's
Xavier
his
with
story.
the ball.
He's sticking with it anyway.
That's right. That's what I'm going with.
Boy, one of these teams got to put together a drive. We just haven't seen anything at all from either team tonight as far as really grinding something out or making some big plays.
Close set backfield, 2 there. Ball goes to Jason Sweet. He goes off the right side, picks up about a gain of 2 out to about the 27, 28-yard line.
Did he get a couple there, Mark, you suppose?
I'm going to say about 2,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. That just
Scoreboard
looked
agrees with me.
Looks like it just took a while for that to develop. And
Yeah, it was like a crossbuck play
Yeah.
there that just took a little bit of time to get going,
he's
and by the
coming from
time
off
it
the ball, cutting back over center, and it just didn't develop.
didn't happen. Pitches out left side to Jason Sweet. He cuts up there, nothing doing as he's met there by number 31 for City High. That's Tony Sturgill, who makes the play right there and stops him short of the first down, and that's going to bring up about a 3rd and 3 for the Saints. Mike Sayre brings him up, give us to Sweet. He's met the line of scrimmage, and like you said, he has stopped dead there.
Maybe a loss of one.
If they give him forward progress, he might be at the line of scrimmage, but you're closer to a loss of 1. You're right, Mike.
They really piled him up. They really took care of him at the line of scrimmage.
So that's going to bring up 4th and 2, possibly 4th and 3 situation for Xavier. So time for Jason Sweet to go back there and use his leg again. He's going to have to ice down his legs both from running and kicking, Mike.
Well, this kid's active. I mean, he's a heck of an athlete, but he can't do it all for him. He's got to have some help, and these offenses are just stalling. They're not quite clicking. Their timing looks off.
Yep. Like you said, it's early season, but you were hoping to see a little bit more. As Sweet gets off a booming punt here, gets it out, and I can't tell who that is.
14.
Stumbling, bumbling up there for the City High. That's number 14
For City High.
Not a very aesthetically pleasing game
No,
so
it's
far.
not so far, but
Good thing it's on radio where not everybody has to see it.
I'm sure better things are to come here.
I formation for City High. Stiers gives it to Sweeney, second guy through, and he picks up about 2 yards, and then he's actually it's getting out left side.
Got it.
The quarterback, Captain Stiers,
Boy,
on
did
a
he
great
fake you
job
out.
on a fake there. He had me totally bamboozled.
15-yard
Gets it out
gain.
the left side, picks up a huge gain of 15. Let's call that 18 actually, as he brings the ball across midfield and gets it to the 43-yard line of Xavier. What a great play there by Curtis Stiers.
I didn't want to say it, but I saw it all the way.
Well, yeah, you did.
It was a tremendous fake, and he just backed around in and took off. And well, he's quick.
Oh, there's no kidding. No kidding there. Not a lot of drop off there from last year with counter justice with this kid as far as speed goes. Stiers gives it. Oh, just pounded up there in the middle is Colin Swaney as he's hit by one guy. He rolls off him. The second guy hits him, and he picks up a short gain of maybe 2, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 situation with the ball at the 40.
He's getting some good pops there when he goes up the middle, and he's not a real big kid.
No, not a big kid at all. 5'7", 146, just a junior, so he's going to be around next year too. Stiers brings up the offense, rolls out a little bit to the right side, has an open receiver there right near the 36-yard line, and it's complete out there.
Should be close to a first down.
And that's Joel Rocca with the catch there, and brings up right near the first down. From this angle, maybe a little bit short, but you have the open window in front of you, so.
Boy, I thought he's short. He's short.
Gets it to right about the 34-yard line there. Going to bring up third and just over a yard. Steyer's up with the football, ball in the 36 for City High.
This is where you got to have it here, guys.
This is where your line has to take pride here and get a hole for that. Sweeney coming through, and now we have movement. The coaching staff for Xavier right down below us calling for that right away. And you know, Sabres alluded to it in the pregame interview. What's the key to tonight's ball game? Playing mistake-free football, and they played far from that tonight.
Well, they've done anything but that. I mean, if they would just give themselves a chance, I think they could perform pretty well. But they just keep making these mental mistakes, and it's not just the line; it's the backs, the ends.
I tell you, Mike, we got a timeout here on the field, so City High is going to take a timeout with 6:03 to play in the first half. There still is no in this ball game. You're listening to City High football on AM 1630 KCJJ.
Has played a good game so far, but all kidding aside, City High they went from a to a 3rd and 8 here from a 3rd and 1.5.
Sure, suicide, it just kills you. Trips receivers out to left side, single receiver right side. Steyer's 5-step drop, looks over the middle, fires deep, tries to get to Grove and just overthrows him. 2 defenders on Aaron Grove there as it goes over his head. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 8 on the 39-yard line. You're inside Saints territory, but I still think you're a little far to try and go for it on this long of a situation.
You know, Mark, it looked to me like Steyer's, when he was dropping back, his last step was this kind of big hop.
He's done that on a couple.
Yeah, and it takes a while to get settled back down into the ground, into a throwing motion, and I think that it really messes up their timing, and the defensive line's in on top of him.
Caleb Recker back to punt for City High. He kicks it out right side, and it's going to go out of bounds, and a beautiful.
Looked like the 1.
Yep, that's where the referee's marking it, just inside the 1. Beautiful kick there by Caleb Recker as it goes right inside.
What they need now is, is a big defensive stop, get some emotion going. City High is always an emotional team, and they like to build on that emotion and big plays. Now we've got a penalty here.
This one's finally on Xavier, and I think this is going to be their first penalty of the game, as they're going to have an illegal procedure call against them.
Take it back to the half-yard line?
It's not really that big of a deal because it's no loss of down, it's first, so you take what you can get, but it's really no advantage here for City High.
Yeah, they're making their share of mistakes too, Mark, but it's just one of those nights, it looks like, for now.
Sayers takes it on a quarterback sneak, and he tries to bowl his way up there, and
looked like he
picks
about
up around 5. So
did pretty well on that.
As Mike Sayre, 5'11", 175-pound junior, just follows his big center, Joel Kadlick, or Kadkick, I believe is how that's pronounced.
I don't know how that's pronounced.
I think it's Kadlick.
That's your.
I can't read my own writing.
I hope he's not the player of the game because I'll have to say it. Won't I?
He's from Xavier, so we're not going to give it to him. So Sayers brings up the offense, comes off left side, gives it to Sweet, nothing there, and a whole host of tacklers there by City High. Stop him for a very short game. It was 2nd and 5, and it's probably going to be around 3rd and 5 with the ball on the 5-yard line of the Saints.
That was great pursuit down the line of scrimmage by the City High defense. They got down there real quickly and closed that down. Like I say, this might be their big opportunity here to shut them down here and get the ball back in good field position to make a drive before halftime.
Jared Gadsden sort of hopping around there like he might have a little twinge in the muscle or a muscle cramp there. And a timeout is called on the field of play, so the Saints are taking a timeout here on a 3rd and 8 situation with 4:48 to play.
Before you buy, 1 week free. Gold's Gym, where fitness is #1. 401 Oakdale Boulevard in Coralville, or call 338-3488.
This is Natalie, and you're listening to 1630 KCJJ. We're now going back to the City High versus Cedar Rapids Xavier game.
So Xavier with the football coming out of that timeout, a 3rd and 8 situation, gaining a whole lot, but it just makes it that much farther.
Well, I'm trying to keep stats here, and I'm not keeping the penalties, and I guess I should have because that's where most of the yardage is taking place.
And a short gain there by Sweet up the middle there, and he picks up about 5-yard lines, but that's going to bring up about a 4th and 8.
And just catch it and advance it a little bit and let the offense go to work and try to get something before half.
Just over 4 minutes to play in the ball game, or in the first half, I should say. Sweet with the ball. Gets off a fairly decent kick. Recker to receive it around the 35-yard line of Xavier. He cuts it up midfield. He's up near the
Good return.
25-yard line. So a nice
Fumble.
return there. Is there a ball loose there?
Boy, everybody's scampering around. City High says they have it, of course. And most of the Xavier team's on the ground, so.
And here comes out the
4 minutes to go before half. There's plenty of time.
Plenty of time. 27-yard line, so actually 23-yard line. Check that. Stiers has it. The give is to Swaney, and he gets about 3 yards up the middle before he is ridden down there.
He's getting caught from behind a few times on this, too, so he's not quite sure where he's going to
Outrun that 220-pound guy there, but the hole's just not big enough to get through there. He's got to wait for that hole to develop, and he really can't explode through there and creates a 2nd and 9 situation here for City High. High backfield for the Little Hawks. Fake give, and Stiers rolls out to his right. He's looking downfield. Pass is complete there between 2 defenders, and he gets that pass complete.
89. That's
to number 89. That's
Mike Sabers.
That's a tight end, Mike Sabers. So,
boy, he rolled out, and he could have run that ball. I thought maybe he might. He was so wide open, but he was running step for step across the field with Sabers, and he just threw a great pass in between a couple defenders.
So Coach Sabers calling his son's number there and gets a big first down for City High. Puts him down 1st and goal in the 6-yard line of Xavier. And City High's knocking at the door with 3 minutes to play in the first half. The give is to Swaney. He goes off the right side and a short gain of Finney.
Boy, there's just nothing there up the middle.
Nope. Whole host of tacklers there for the Saints. Just City High with the football, 2nd and 8 on the Xavier 8-yard line. Stiers brings him up. Wrecker out to the right side. High backfield. Fake is to Sweeney. Stiers rolls out left side. Defender chasing him. He turns the corner, tucks the ball upfield, gets it down to around, looks about the 3-yard line there, 2-yard line. So he's real close to the end zone there. Going away from our vantage point. It's real hard to tell where he's at, but Stiers all the way was taking that.
Yeah, he was. He was starting to go around in and pulled it down.
3rd and 1 situation for City High. Ball on the 1-yard line, 1:56 and running. City High comes up, the Xavier crowd below us getting a little excited, trying to excite their defense. Give it to Swaney. Swaney is up and he's in as the official puts up his arms. And it's a 6-0 lead for City High as Swaney takes the handoff from Stiers and puts the first points on the board.
That one looked like City High football, the way they ran that ball. They just collapsed that defensive line on the left side, and he ran in and got hit, but he was in before he even got hit.
So we were hoping to see this at 1:47 into the ball game, not 1:47 left in the half. So,
and I'm wondering if City High's offensive line with the mix of juniors and seniors, those juniors having not played with those fellows before,
makes a difference.
You know, they're getting used to playing with each other. I know they practice able to bust one loose on this Xavier defense. I'm going to be interested to see what Xavier does here with the ball. See maybe if they do something with the reverse on the kickoff, and then if they think they've proven they can hold this team, and this is when it, when it comes down to it, they've got to do it now because this is crunch time. And
can't talk about it, you got to do it. Alex Fisher puts the toe to the football, fairly decent kick, gets it down to around the 4-yard line. Back there is Sweet. He's got the ball coming up. He's right near the 40-yard line, out about the 43-yard line. So a great run there by Jason Sweet as he caught that around the 3-yard line, brought it out to the 43, 44-yard line, and a huge run back there for Xavier.
This kid does everything.
He probably drove the bus.
Oh, man, that was a well-blocked return, and he headed that up the left side and cut back towards the middle. Very well done.
Option by Sayers for Xavier. He keeps it off the right side. Big there, he tries to cut it back. He's well inside City High territory where he's finally brought down around the 31.
They tried to tackle the ball a couple times there. City High did, and he ran through him. He just lifted his arm up and carried that arm with him and broke a couple tackles. City High is they're just not hitting right now.
So a quick no huddle for Xavier. Sayers brings him up there after a nice gain. Gives them a first down on the 32-yard line. Little fumbling exchange. Little pop pass right side out to Jason Sweet. It's completed out of bounds, and they gain a quick 5 yards there, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 5 around the 28-yard line of City High. Jason Sweet with the reception. And now Xavier mounting a little drive of his own. The clock is stopped with 1:23 to play in the half. Sayers brings up the Saints. Option left side. Sayers keeps himself, tucks it up underneath, breaks a couple tackles, big yards there, and gets it down to around the 20-yard line.
That's that same play, isn't it, Mark? Only the other side.
Yeah, exactly. Same play, other side.
Boy, he runs that well, and they block that well.
Again, no huddle for the Saints. Sayers brings him up, and a timeout is going to be called. As City High takes a timeout, they don't want to see that no huddle again. They want to get themselves set. As Xavier is knocking at the door and trying to go in, they've got the ball on the 16-yard line, a 1st and 10 situation. We'll be back with the final 1:18 of the first half.
I don't think there was any way he was going to catch that one.
So Xavier going with the huddle, this time slowing things down for Xavier. Gives City High a chance to get their defense set. Left side pitch to Jason Sweet, not much there, turns the corner, maybe picks up one, and the City High defense collapses right there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and possibly 5, maybe 4 situation for the Saints. 57.3 seconds to go. A timeout is called in the field. We'll keep it here.
It looked like, you know, Xavier's not getting a lot on the outside. That was pretty well contained, those guys coming down the line of scrimmage for him. But
yeah, and it's worked very effectively, and don't be afraid to say Jason Sweet's name because he's had a couple big runs here in this drive as well to put him knocking on the goal line here of City High and a chance to tie up the ball game inside a minute to play with 57.3 seconds to play in this first half.
Boy, City High gets it down there and scores, and then look like they might be giving something back to him here. That'd be tough.
Hager gets the ball right at the middle, and there's nothing there.
There's nothing. They push him back. The middle of that defense for City High really nailed him.
So the give was to Hager. It's not there. Clock is running inside 40 seconds to play. 4th and 4 in the 4-yard line. It's do or die time here for the Saints.
They've got to get something here. 30 seconds left, and
they've got time to get the playoff, but
yep.
there's not going to be much after here. They can't get a first down. All they can do is score. So this is probably going to be the last play of the first half. Or they might just run this clock down to a few seconds to play and call the timeout. As Sayers and Sweet are over there, that's what they do. They run it down to 16 seconds, call the timeout there, and they're going to set it up for one final.
Quarterback's hands, I think. That kid, I mean, he's taking control of this. He keeps it because he's a solid kid, and he's good size. I mean, he's a good runner. He's quick. They don't have that far to go. 5 yards.
They've also got Jason Sweet, who's shown to be a very effective runner. So a couple different options they can go with. He keeps himself. He comes off the left side. Sayers has it. He pitches it off.
It's short.
It's short. And a great stand there by the City High defense. Holds them out of the end zone, and City High is excited. A great play there by the whole right side of the City High defense. Stringing out Jason Sweet on the option there. Going to keep Xavier scoreless in the first half. City High is going to take the ball over on the 3-yard line. Just inside 11 seconds, 10.8 seconds to play. And a second huge break there for City High.
That was a textbook defensive play. They strung it out down the line of scrimmage. They outnumbered them 3-1 down there and put him away. There was no chance he was going to get in the end zone.
So is City High just going to take a knee and wind that clock out? So
take a big sigh.
Take a big breath, you betcha. Take a big breath. So going into halftime, it's going to be City High with the lead. They're going to take a 7-0 lead over Xavier going into halftime. So not a very aesthetically pleasing football game. A lot of mistakes here. So hopefully the second half can get shored up. We're going to head into halftime. And at halftime, Natalie's going to try and update us with some scores and things like that. Travis Sweet on the left and Jason Sweet on the right, and either one of them who touches the ball, they've shown they can be very, very dangerous. Referee blows his whistle. Fisher gets ready, and we have the second half underway. And the ball goes to Travis Sweet. He has it around the 3-yard line. Brings it out to about the 20, 25-yard line, up near the 30. Breaks it out left side, up around the 33-yard line. So a nice run back by Travis Sweet. And right there, the first big play of the half goes to Xavier.
You know, they ran towards our side on that return, and I watched those City High kids going downfield, and they ran almost past the runner. I mean, they stuck an arm out, and when I think of City High's coverage teams on returns, they break down, they tackle hard, they drop them, and these Xavier kids are running right by them. Oh,
ball's loose on the option play. It was a pitch back to Sweet, and it looks like City High is going to come up with the football. As Sayre went to pitch the ball to Jason Sweet, and the ball just never got to him, rolling around on the ground, and up comes.
Come out, make a nice sustained drive, put some points on the board, and go toe-to-toe with City High for the rest of the game, and just see who can gut it out.
So Stiers leads the offense up for City High. Give us to Sweeney. He comes up the left side, and he picks up around 3 before he is hammered there by a couple of Xavier defensive linemen there. Also in there on the tackle is number 31,
This
Dan Lynch.
Stiers, you know, when he finishes his run, he's getting thrown back a little bit sometimes, and I don't know if it's his size so much or inexperience in how he takes the hits, but he hasn't been finishing them off real well.
Yeah, Swaney is not the biggest kid in the world at 146 pounds.
Oh no, that won't do it. Another mistake by City High. Procedure.
How many bullets did they put in their gun, Mike?
Boy, you know, it just kills you now. Now that you drop your head a little bit, going back to the huddle, and
this is, I keep alluding to last year's team with Connor Justice at the helm.
Yeah.
This type of situation,
15-yard game.
Yeah.
You know,
here's what we need to do.
And this is where this quarterback's got to take control of the team and say, "Look, relax, you guys. Let's just play football." And he looked like he did that when he came in the huddle that time.
Twin receivers right side. Stiers with a long drop back.
Oh,
little
underneath
screen
the
pass to
Wrecker.
Wrecker. Wide open.
He's
there
going in.
Zone.
Come
He's
on,
right
go.
at the 4-yard line. And
He's
he's tackled right there. No, he got it out to the outside and in the end zone. So a nice play there, a 25-yard pass play from Curtis Stiers out to Caleb Record, runs it up the middle, then kicks it out to the right side.
Got the ball, went upfield and cut back clear across the other side of the field back towards us and veered into the end zone. And there was a great block on about the 3-yard line that sprung in the last few yards.
Bad snap, and they're rolling out with it. He's got the ball. He tries to pass in the end zone, and it doesn't happen.
Yes.
It does happen. I thought the ball skipped in
I
there.
thought it did, and they could see the receiver had his back to both referees, and it did bounce, I'm pretty sure.
So Philip George, the holder there, just picked it up and rolled out right with it and threw the pass in there for a 2-point conversion. And
wow.
Did you see who caught that?
No, I
didn't.
didn't. I couldn't tell because of the wall here. And you talk about a broken play.
Yeah, that didn't look.
But we both saw it skip, I think.
Who are you going to give it to? I didn't see who caught the completion in there.
Maybe we'll let that one go. But again, here we are, City High kicking off. We're, 4 minutes and 15 seconds or whatever into a couple minutes into the third quarter, and City High's up 15-0. Boy, what a different game now.
Yeah.
Now they've got some confidence, and that Wrecker is a player, isn't he?
No question about that. He's looking like the Derek Newton All-State Player of the game.
Yep.
Kick goes deep to Jason Sweet, catches it at the 3-yard line, and he just got slobber knockered.
City
right
High
out
is a
there at
little
the 20.
fired up. 3 guys hit him, and you could hear it up here. A couple helmets popping, and kid went right down.
He just got hammered.
Oh boy, he did. He thought he was going to make it a little further than he did, and they closed on him, and Sweet just went down in a pile.
Emotion play wonders in a football game like this, especially when you're out there.
The booth.
Yeah, you're sweating a little bit. You smell better.
Thanks, Mark.
Not a problem. Here it is. Xavier comes out with the football at the 20-yard line. Sayers gives it to Jason Sweet, who picks up about 5 going off the left side of the line for Xavier.
Well-executed play, a quick trap play. And but he looks like he's okay. Boy, to have him go down would...
Yeah, as much as he does for this team, they can't afford that. Sayers rolls out right side, pass. Goes
Wide
out
open.
there to wide open to the ghost, number 34, who we don't know who he is. He picks up a first down and gets the ball out to the 40-yard line. So a 16-yard completion there for Sayer to the number 34, who we're not exactly sure who that is.
But he's having a heck of a game. And was wide open and turned it upfield.
So the ball's actually in the 38-yard line of Xavier, 1st and 10. 10:05 to play. Little pop pass out left side to Sweet. He gets the ball up and picks up about 9 yards there.
That is a good-looking play. It's a little quick screen, isn't it? A little three-man screen. They bring a couple receivers out in front of him and swing him out, and they pick off the corners and the safeties coming up, and boom.
And that was the Travis Sweet instead of Jason Sweet who gets that completion. And that's a pickup of 8 and brings up 2nd and 2 for the Saints. 9:37 to play in the third. Sayer with it, gives to Hilgen in the first.
Oh, big hole.
He has a big hole right there.
Wow.
Stumbling down to the 45-yard line.
Is that a 20-yard gain or close to it?
So 47 down to the 35. They're looking at a 17-yard gain.
Boy.
18-yard gain.
What a huge hole. And that was
actually,
earned out.
That was, again, that was Chris Hager there. Give is to Sweet right up the middle, and he powers his way forward for it looks to be a first down.
He is hurt.
Sweet is slow getting up. He is limping off, and that's not a good sign for Xavier. Stewart comes in to replace Jason Sweet in the ball game. In the tailback position to give us the first guy through. Big hole right up the middle.
I'll tell you.
He runs over a couple tacklers there, gets the ball down to around the 20-yard line, and that is a big 14-yard gain for Chris Huger. And this offensive line for Xavier is just punishing right now.
I was watching the offensive line, and they just got off the ball so quick, and that back hit the hole so quick. I mean, that whole play just happened so fast that they're really getting it down and just hitting everybody right at the right time.
And we commented at halftime, you know, the quick counts and the short drops by the backfield. Here we have Siders rolling out right side, has a receiver, goes out there, and it's incomplete as they try to get that one out to number 34, Cook, and that went incomplete. So
he bounced it. I thought they might give that to him.
Yeah, the referee gave him on the 2-point thing.
Yeah, he rolled out, and boy, that's the key, because you leave City High back there battling your offensive linemen while they're tying them up, and they can't get after him very well.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 situation. 8:21 to play in the third. Quick screen pass again, right side. It goes to Travis Sweet. Played well by the City High defense that time. Short gain and racks him up. Maybe about a 3-yard gain there, it looks like, Mike. So this one goes to Travis Sweet on that same little screen pass, but this time it goes out to the right side.
Well, if it, you know, keep doing what got you there, you know.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep, exactly. City High's taking a timeout here. They're looking to regroup because this drive's really culminating here.
It up, you bet.
Down to the 15 now.
So with the timeout on the field, we're going to take a 30-second timeout. Have the ball right now on the City High 15. Sayers brings it up to the line for the Saints. Keeps it himself and tries to go in a little quarterback sneak after a fake to the first guy through. Nothing there on that 3rd and 3 play. I don't think he got a yard there, did he, Mike?
Boy, I don't think so. That just didn't look like a very good idea or very well executed.
No.
I mean, obviously it wasn't a missed handoff, but it was a,
They're going to measure.
He got something.
But look who's back in the ball game for him.
There he is.
Number 11, Jason Sweet. Back into the ball game for the Saints, and that's definitely who they're going to need to keep this drive going. So Chris Huger, a 1st and 10 on the 12-yard line, 7:55 to play in the third. Saints up the line of scrimmage, trips out left side. The give is to, I think that's Huger, the first man through there.
No, it wasn't. It was Sweet, I think.
It wasn't Sweet?
Yeah.
It was Jason Sweet.
And he just stumbled ahead for about 4, it looks like, because he got hit at the line of scrimmage. And, boy, he was really leaning forward. I think he got 5.
With the short, you know, drop or short sets that these running backs have, they're only a yard or 2 behind the quarterback there. It's hard to see who's getting that ball. It's got to be especially tough for the defensive linemen down there in the field. And we even have a vantage point up
there. And they hit that hole so quickly then that they're gone.
Sayers with it. The give is to Sweet there. He brings the football up. Looks like he got it inside the 5-yard line, possibly a first down there.
That was Huger. Sorry.
Hey, got a clear.
Big play here. Huge.
Sayer up with it. The give is a Huger. Huger goes right side.
Boy,
he's racked up
City
there pretty
High
quick.
Stacked him up. City High just stacked him up.
And let's see where the officials are going to spot the ball.
It's really hard to tell from here, isn't it, Mark?
The scoreboard put the 4th down on there, and that's what they're going to call. It's going to be 4th down. No gain. Actually, it's going to be a loss of a yard, so it's 4th and 2 on the 4-yard line, 6:17 to play. Huge play here again for City High. They've done it once before in this ball game.
Was that Huger? I was wondering why they didn't run.
That was Huger that time. Roll out left side, pass goes out to Jason Sweet. It's complete in the end zone.
Touchdown.
And a touchdown for Xavier. So just a little rollout by Sayer. He finds, and that puts 7 points on the ball game, on the scoreboard for Xavier.
Good looking play. They rolled him out. Sweet had a man on his back, but Sweet's big enough and strong enough kid. He just kept him on his back and reached out and made the catch in the end zone.
So that puts the Saints on the scoreboard here.
They've got to feel good about that. That's a great drive.
Yeah, they methodically marched the ball down 80 yards. They got the ball. They started out at the 20.
They've got confidence.
Sweet took the kickoff, got hammered out there to 20, but they drove the ball down 80 yards. Used about 4.5 minutes of clock.
But boy, Xavier just burned a timeout.
And nobody but Hawkeye Lumber Company has them. Hawkeye Lumber Company, 803 South in Iowa City. Iowa City's most listened to radio station, the mighty 1630 KCJJ.
Back at St. Stadium, Xavier getting ready for the point after touchdown. Andrew Davis lines up for the kick. The snap is down. It is up and good. And that's going to make it a 15-7 ball game. At the 6:02 mark to play in the third quarter. The Saints narrow the gap to 8 on a methodical. Yes, he is. Who is that on the right side, Chantel?
I think that is. It's just too dark over there.
Yep.
Couldn't see it.
That's received by the man on the right side. Short kick, picked it up, spurts it out the left side, gets it up near the 40-yard line. So City High going to have great field
I wonder
position
if that
here.
was Swaney. It almost looked like Swaney. Swaney did a nice job there.
So it comes out to the 34-yard line of Xavier, where City High will start with the football. Stiers brings him up to the line. The give is to Swaney. He takes it up left side and picks up about 4.
Boy, that just looked like it took so long to develop and get up to the line of scrimmage. But
it's like the Xavier plays, the running plays are boom, they're hitting
They're
now. The
so
City
quick.
High running plays are just taking so much longer to develop. 2nd and 7, 5:31 to play in the third. City High with the football. I formation, single receiver out right and left. Stiers has it, gives it off to Swaney. Second man through. He barrels his way up to the left side. Picks up about 2 more.
that was a little quicker. Looked like about
Yeah.
the same play, but a little
Just
quicker.
happened a little faster.
They're working on that left side of the offensive line there, and they must have seen something.
Inside, 5 minutes to play, third quarter.
Big
Twin
play here.
receivers coming out to the right side. Single receiver out left. I backfield. Stiers has a 2-step drop coming across the middle. Beautiful completion there for the first down.
Great catch.
Right up there to Philip George, who cut it on just a little slant right up there. Picks up the first down for City High, and a nice play there for the Little Hawks.
Boy, that was beautiful.
Just a little 2-step drop there by Stiers.
How long a pass was that, Mark? I didn't.
They brought that out to the 48, so two, so they were on what, the 40?
47, I think.
Yep.
Well, that was a good-looking play. That was quick.
So the Little Hawks inside Saints territory. Receivers 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Long drop back for Stiers, goes out left side, and the pass is complete, but tripped up right away there. But the ball was complete out there to Aaron Grove. And I think he's actually going to lose a yard because he had a long drop back. Stiers had a long drop back. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 on the Xavier 48-yard line. 4:11 to play in the third. Trips out right side for City High. Single receiver left side, single back.
Ooh.
Back to pass is Stiers, and he's
Looks
dropped
like a
behind.
fumble.
The
He
ball
got
is
hit.
loose, still on the ground.
They call
and
it
they're
incompletion.
going to call it incomplete.
Boy.
As 3 people just standing around the quarterback for the offense. Nobody picking
Nobody
up the
blocked
blitzing.
him.
And there's their stud again. Austin DeCamp coming in there. He got a hand on him there, caused the fumble.
And there's a way to get your quarterback decapitated.
Oh.
I mean, he was coming right at his back, big kid and coming hard, unblocked. And these kids got to be ready to block those people when they come back there.
They must have called that an incomplete pass because the ball went back up to the 48-yard
Yeah,
line, which is
yep.
the original line of scrimmage, and still 3rd and 10. So they called that must have the arm been in motion. Trips out right, twins out left.
Got to look for Recker.
Nobody in the backfield. Stier back to pass. He goes deep to the left side, almost intercepted, and overthrows. Because that defender was closing off a quick.
I think the defender could have had it too, but it might have been out of bounds.
So that's going to bring up Caleb Recker to punt here for City High with 4 minutes to play in the third. He gets the ball off. Nice
punt.
kick. Out there, a fair catch is called for by Travis Sweet, and he was hoping it was going to bounce in the end zone, and it didn't. And it looks like City High is going to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. That brings the football out to the 20-yard line for the Saints. 3:49 to play in the third. 15-7, City High leading. Sayre with the ball, gets it off right side to Stewart. Darius Stewart comes off the right side there and picks up about 7 quick yards there.
That was a good-looking run.
So they've got Darius Stewart back there. They've got Jason Sweet. They've got Huger. They're just running back by committee out there.
Another City High
There's a
player
City High
down.
player down there is, and that's not a good sign. I can't quite see the number.
I can't either.
I thought it was 72, but here later and continue playing this ball game, but it's going to remain City High football. Check that, Xavier football.
One of the two,
One of the
right?
two is going to have it. You know. I had a 50-50
You had a 50-50 shot at it, didn't you,
I
Mark?
blew it, yeah.
The blue team.
Quick snap. Give us
Boy,
the
did
first man
they
through.
smell that coming up the middle. City High
Xavier
knocked
had
him
nowhere
back
to
4
go
yards.
at all.
It's 2nd and 1, and they just stuffed him.
They made it 3rd and 3. So Hager with the carry there. Huger with the carry, nothing doing. That's going to create a 3rd and 3 on the 29. Clock is running, just getting down to the 3-minute mark in the 3rd quarter.
Hager might not want the ball for a few plays.
Not
His
after that one.
Last 2 carries have been for minus yardage.
Sayer coming off the sidelines with the play from Coach Schulte, brings the team up to the line of scrimmage. Receiver out left, I formation. Roll out, drop back, quick pop pass goes out right side,
boy.
intended for Hager, who was wide open there, but he couldn't just gather that football in. That would have been enough for a first down and possibly had a chance to turn the corner there.
But boy, that was a catchable ball, and he was wide open. That could have been a huge play. Keep that drive
If he
going.
would have turned that corner, it had potential. But this offense is very, very young for Xavier, and the future is going to be nothing but bright for these kids here.
Yep.
So Jason Sweet with a kick, gets it out right side. City High coming up with the ball. Caleb Recker has it, but right there, right away
Going
at the
nowhere.
44-yard line, he's brought down. So Recker caught the ball and no gain there for City High. And they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 44, 2:37 to play in the 3rd quarter, down where they needed to. And special teams are going to be a big part of this factor for this season for the City High team.
And what a huge difference a good special teams component makes.
High formation to give us to the first
Whoa.
man through, and nothing doing as he just gets hammered.
We couldn't even see him. He was 23.
Blythe right there. No,
Phil Kenny.
Kenny.
Boy, they just stuffed him there.
And their middle linebacker, number 55, Austin DeCamp, came up there with that stop, and he's had a couple big plays here tonight, Mike, defensively for Xavier. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Little Hawks, just over 2 minutes to play in the 3rd. I formation, split receivers left and right. Stiers rolls out right side. He's got some pressure, breaks one defender, gets to the corner, lets it fly, and
he almost
picked
picked that
off. Oh, almost disaster there.
Xavier defender should have probably had, but boy, he's not getting much of a chance to throw the ball now.
That Luke Weber, 68, is all over him. 3 receivers stacked very close together, right side. Stiers has it, rolls out right. Again, Luke Weber giving him chase, cutting him out of the pocket, and he catches up to him this time. This time, actually, it's Brian Rust who catches him from behind. Going to get 64 and 185, and Luke Weber, the play before, he's 220.
220.
And they're chasing down Stiers, who's not a slow kid by any means. So Recker with the punt for City High. Gets off a decent punt.
Great punt.
Back goes
Stay there.
Sweet, and they're going to chase the ball down.
Yes, they got it on the 3,
City High
too.
got it right down there on the 2-yard line. Kept it from going in the end zone. So a nice coverage play there by City High to keep the ball from going.
What a huge mistake that would have been.
Yeah, there you're looking at a safety.
Yep.
So Xavier coming out, quick snap.
On the 2.
Gets the ball out there. I couldn't see who he handed that ball off to. Who comes up with it?
It's our quarterback.
Oh, so
Sayer.
he never even took it. He took it off left side.
Yep.
It was so quick. I never
Well,
saw
he got
it.
5 yards on that.
We got to start watching this, Mike, because West High is going to do the same thing with the quick counts, quick
Yep.
snaps. So,
But they're
got quite a
just
few of
look
their
like
ball
they're
games.
just pushing them off the line of scrimmage here, Mark.
yep. Gadsden's back in the ball game for City High, number 22. Xavier comes up with the ball. Gadsden, or check that guy, or gets Huger, gets the ball. First man for so before City High gets it.
Well, Huger's previous carries before that were -1. Now he's a +1, so he's due.
Looks like HU, so it's either Huger or Hoger.
I'm thinking it's Hager.
One of the 4. Xavier, quick snap, ball given to the first man through. Actually,
No.
Sayer kept it. He goes right
Boy,
side.
what a fake. He's got the first down.
Gets that corner, cuts it up there in that 3rd and
He's
3.
what a nice fake.
But he is showing a lot of speed, Mike, as he gets out there to that corner, and he's not afraid to turn it upfield.
He is, and his ball handling, it looks like mid-season form. I mean, he is faking that handoff and turning, and I think the defense is almost confused at the line of scrimmage as to what's going on and who's got the ball. And then he makes that
15
turn.
to 7, City High lead. Xavier with the football. They have it on their own 16. Quick give is the first man through, and he's barreling his way up there as that's Hoger, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards there.
Sayer.
Again, he didn't give it off. It's Sayer keeping it himself.
Yep. He's 6 foot, 175 pounds. He's a junior. Well, he plays like a senior, doesn't he? They stuffed that.
The give right there is to the first man through, and nothing doing as the right side of the defensive line for City High stacks Hoger up right there, and for no gain and possibly a loss there, going to create a 3rd and 3 situation. Ball on the Xavier 23-yard line, 11:14 to play in this ball game. City High leads it by a score of 15-7. So a big play here for City High. If they can hold them and get the punt, they could have fairly decent field position to get a drive going of their own.
Likewise, a huge play for Xavier. He's kept the ball.
Sayer rolls out. He rolls out left side, now comes back right side. Pursuit given by the City High defense, and they stop him short of the first down, and they're going to have to punt the football away.
Good pursuit by City High. I thought he might get out of that. He had a lineman over there to help him, and actually he probably should have picked up the guy that was chasing him as opposed
this
to
is a Actually, it's Travis Sweet this time back there to kick. So
City High just jumped off. Xavier went to set for the snap, and they pulled City High off. And I think what Xavier usually doesn't set, they just go from the
with
down
their
position.
hands on their knees or their elbows on their knees. And, you know, defense, you got to watch the ball. You can't watch anything else. And that's a huge break for Xavier, as that's going to move the football up and give them that first down.
Boy, isn't that something you
there's
save
that mental
in the
mistake
huddle.
again. Yep.
Don't let them pull us off here.
Yep.
New life.
Just because you do one thing one time and another thing the other time.
They all did it in unison. I mean, it was a...
Give us the first man through, and that's Darius Stewart as he gets off a big run and picks up around 9-10 yards.
Boy, they've got some great running backs, don't they? I don't know if they're great yet, but they're good.
There's a lot of bright future here for this Xavier Saints team.
Stewart's had 3 carries for 18 yards. Boy, he's a big kid too.
Yeah.
How big is he? He's only 170 pounds. He looks bigger.
Give us to Hoger this time, and he is stacked up by the whole center of the defensive line for City High. 2nd and 1 situation, and he did not get it as the whole pile pushed him back, and that's going to create a 3rd and 1, possibly 3rd and 2 situation.
I don't think Hoger's going to want the ball much anymore. He's run into a wall here the last few times.
As close as he is to get that handoff, there's not a lot of time to get those blocks set up.
Yep.
That hole's got to be there now. Sayer on his own, the quarterback keeper right up the middle, gets the first down and then a couple more. So Sayer picks it up for the Saints, giving them a first down with 9:43 to play in this ball game, and keeps the drive alive for Xavier.
Sayer's got 36 yards here on 8 carries in the second half. He's keeping them alive, isn't he?
He's not hurting them, that's for sure. As the ball is out on the 44-yard line of the Saints. Sayer brings it up, trips out left, single back, option, rolls out left side, pitch back to Stewart. Nothing happening there as he's brought down in the backfield by a whole host of City High defenders there.
Ooh.
So a good play defensively for City High to sniff out that option, and that's probably going to be a loss of yards here.
They lost 4, I think, didn't they? Or a little over 4?
Might have lost 6 here.
Boy.
Well, they're saying 4, but it's 2nd and 14. The ball, they've got it marked on the 40 as a scoreboard, but as they've got it marked in the field, looks closer to 39. Clock continues to wind down the 4th quarter, 8:55, City High with the lead. Sayer back with the football. He's carrying it through loose there. Great defense to swarm, no gain. As Sayer went to drop back there, nothing happening. 3 City High defenders right there on him right away. And they bring him down here for another loss. And that's going to create a 3rd and long situation for the
Sayer
Saints.
dropped back, and before he could even pull the ball up and take his last step, 2 City High defenders were on either side of him, and he just stepped right up between them, and then another one met him head on, and it was done.
Here's where City High's got to be careful. It's 3rd and 16. Don't give up the big play here. Know your
Keep
keys.
it underneath you.
Yep, keep everything underneath. Sayer, line of scrimmage. He comes out, rolls out right side.
Wide open.
Passes out there to Hager. Actually,
got it.
He got a first down as that pass was complete to number 2, John Mayer. So Maher with the completion there, and that's what we were just saying. You can't give up that big play. Here's Maher, first time we've seen him in the ball game. Nobody knows where he is. He picks up a huge 16-yard gain. It's down to the 43-yard line.
He catches that thing 3-4 yards short of the first down marker and bowls his way through one defender to get there. Rolls over the yard line.
Rolls out left to Sayre, gets the pass
Picked
away.
off by City High.
Picked off by City High. A beautiful play there by the secondary.
That's Recker, I'm pretty sure.
It is Caleb Recker. He comes up with a big play. 8-point lead, 15-7, and they have the football on their own 35-yard line.
They put a sustained drive here together and put it away.
Just 65 yards away. Stires with
Eat
the
up some
football. He
clock.
rolls out straight back, pass across the middle, try to go to Aaron Grove there, and that's incomplete. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 situation.
Stires has missed his last 4 passes, attempts.
Grove was wide open there. Ball was just thrown behind him.
Yep.
Just behind
It
him.
almost looks like he's a little conscious of that rush coming and he's thrown that quick.
He's been under pressure all night, so.
He just spun around, and before he even finished setting, he let that thing fly.
2nd and 10, 7:49 to play in the ball game. Ball's in the 34. I formation, receiver out left and right. Stires back with a 5-step drop. Now he's under pressure.
Down.
And now he's down for the sack.
7-yard loss.
And that's a huge play there by the Xavier defense. As number 77, Ryan Edmonds, just came crashing in there, put the pressure in right away for Xavier. And like you said, a 7-yard loss for City High. And the clock keeps running, makes it a long 3rd and 11, 12 yards.
Looked like
check
they knew
that.
just
That's 16, 17 yards.
Looked like they knew just what play they were going to run.
Yep. Ball's in the 28. They have to get to the 45-yard line for a first down.
From the shotgun.
Shotgun formation. Actually, he fakes it. Stires goes out right side as he fakes the handoff right through there.
Yard short.
Stires rolls out right and gets it real close to the first down yard marker. About a yard short, like you said. Good fake as he had half the defense going towards the guy who he faked the ball to, and he took it around the corner there.
That was a great fake, and actually, Mark, I thought the running back got the ball too.
Well, if you did, then I don't feel so bad.
Great fake, and it was practically right in front of us.
Yeah, Caleb Recker back to punt for City High on the 4th and 1 situation.
Boy, just
Snaps
a yard
back.
short.
High kick, goes right side. Fair catch is called for by Sweet. He catches it out there near the 25-yard line. And it's Travis Sweet called for the fair catch. And that's where the Saints are going to take over with 6:28 to play in the ball game. They trail by 8. Now, Mike, you got 6:28. If you're the Saints, you punch the ball in there. If you get it in there, say with 4 minutes to play, 3 minutes to play, do you kick the...
You know, this game's been so unpredictable and back and forth. I also think that the way City High's offense is playing, that if they scored and missed 2, they could maybe get the ball back again anyway.
Sayre rolls out right and gets an 11-yard completion out there in the flat to Maher. So Maher, with his 2nd catch, gets another first down for the Saints. Stops the clock with 6:20 to play as he goes out of bounds, gives the Saints a first down.
Boy, it's a good-looking quarterback. He rolls out, and then he strides into that throw and just zips it out there in the flat.
6:10 to play in the ball game, 15-7, City High lead. Quick little screen pass out right side goes to the Saints and a pickup of 6 yards.
That was almost like a 2-man screen. I think they missed the 3rd guy.
They got that one out to Matt Samick, number 84.
Yep.
I think he might be our ghost, who we thought was 34, was actually 84. So a 7-yard completion there for the Saints makes it 2nd and 3. Ball in the 42. Sayre up the line of scrimmage. Quick little screen pass this time out left side going for Hoger. It's incomplete.
Are they going to the well one time too many on that play?
Well, actually, it might have been out. Well, yeah, it was Hoger. So it brings up a 3rd and 3. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Boy, as well as they ran the ball there in the first half and the beginning of the second half, I would have thought that they'd really
They've really abandoned that option.
Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling
not
real
being
great.
healthy,
Yeah.
100%. He's not even in the backfield right now.
Yeah, he is. He's getting it right now. 100%. He's not even in the backfield right now. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great. Yeah, and I think Sweet not feeling real great Got the first down. Sorry, Mark.
That is sweet. Okay. I thought that was the Travis sweet. I just saw one of the ones there. I didn't see both.
It is
ones.
hard to tell.
His jersey crinkles up there.
Yep.
So that is a great run there by Jason Sweet, who picks up the first down for Xavier.
You look pretty good there. I wonder why they didn't do that on second down.
Looked pretty healthy, yeah.
Right straight up the middle. Great blocking, just straight ahead zone blocking.
He has it out at the 49-yard line. Quick snap. Sayers takes it out left side, rolls out, gets a completion out there to Maher.
Boy.
Maher gets a first down over the 40 into the 37-yard line of City High territory. And Maher's come into this ball game and had three nice receptions right there, and really sustaining this drive for the Saints.
He's had 2 catches the second half for 28 yards, and boy, Sayers just throwing so well right now. Right on the money.
That, I think, is his 3rd catch, isn't it? So a quick pass coming out right. This time it goes to Jason Sweet. He has it in the
did he
flat.
get hit?
He got popped. Almost looked like the ball was going to fly out, but held on to it. And he picks up a gain of around 7 as he brings it down to about the 31-yard line.
Tony Sturgill put a hit on him and just stopped him cold and pulled him back.
A 2nd and 3 situation for the Saints on the 31-yard line. Clock is moving at 4:46 and counting. Sayer up to the line of scrimmage for Xavier. Gives the first man through. That's Sweet. He busts through the hole, gets the first down, and out across the 25-yard line to the 24 for Xavier.
As soon as I say he's not playing, giving them the ball much, he's giving it to him 3 times in a row.
So Jason Sweet having an excellent ball game for the Saints as they're getting close into City High territory of knocking on the door of that end zone. It's a 15-7 City High lead. Inside 4.5 minutes to play. 1st and 10. Ball at 25 for the Saints. Sayer gives it to the first man through. That is Sweet again, and he just pounds his way down to the 15 and another first down.
He's just a bull. He looks bigger than the program says he is. And he just runs and lowers those
He's got
pads.
a thin lower body and a really wide upper body, but he's just got strength. His legs just keep on churning, and they're going to only spot him for 9 yards there, making it a 2nd and 1 on the 15.
And he gets leaning forward, and he's tough to stop.
Quarterback sneak, Sayer keeps it, and he gets up there for a big gain as he goes inside the 10-yard line. So he picks up nearly 6, almost 7 yards for the first down for the Saints. This is spelling trouble here for City High. They got to keep him out of this end zone. If they do score, they got to keep him from scoring 2.
It's a contact sport, isn't it?
And Mike up here is just getting dinged more than the players downstairs. He's got 2 cuts. Got to warn you, Steve, he's going for workman's comp. So Sayer quickly up with the football. The give is to Sweet right there off the right side. Not much there. Gets down to around the 8-yard line.
He just ran into the back of his blockers and kept his legs churning and peeled off to the right and picked up a couple. He is a hard runner.
Yeah, he just keeps those legs churning and churning and churning, and he's a tough runner to bring down. As it's a 2nd and 7 situation, 3:15 to play in the ball game. Sayer, quick little screen pass out left side to Sweet. Sweet has it complete, and he gets down around the 5-yard line inside the 5, and that's going to create a 3rd and goal situation right around the 4 or 3-yard line. Clock running just inside 3 minutes to play. Sweet caught that reception there. They're going to mark it down to the 2. Huger in the ball game for Xavier. Sayer comes off the sideline with the play.
Big one here.
Sayer has it. He keeps himself. He drives forward. The line's moving, and the officials say he's in.
Through the other side.
So a 2-yard touchdown run by Mike Sayer makes it a 2-point ball game, 15-13. And with 2:35 to play, Mike, I got to agree with you now. Now you don't have time to get the ball back. You got to get in there and go for 2.
He went, bowled his head forward straight behind the center, and there was a huge pile, and he just came popping out the other side. These Xavier kids really play hard. I mean, they don't give up on a run.
Let's start out with the offense. What are you running here?
I'm keeping it as a quarterback.
You're going with Sayer up the middle
I think so.
Or you said it was coming?
I said I'd seen a football game before.
Here we go. Ball on the 3-yard line. Twin receivers out right side. Sayers is rolling.
He wants to throw.
Good pressure.
He does.
In the back of the through the hands
was
of
that
one
close.
receiver into the hands of the other, but he's out of bounds.
Just like I said, throw the ball.
And a huge play there as a two-point conversion fails.
Right now it's in the hands of the players, though. Xavier's getting ready to kick that ball.
And they go sort of shallow with the kick in between the two lines of defense. It's rolling around back there, and finally it's picked up by number 24, Colin Swaney. He brings it out to about the 27-yard line, where the Little Hawks will have it 1st and 10 inside 2.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So now it's just ball control, get some first downs, and let that clock run. Now where the mental mistakes have to go away.
Rubber meets the road here. They've got to get it together, play as a team, and execute.
Rubber
Plain and
meets the
simple.
road. So that means the tires, or?
Yeah.
All right.
Get a drive going.
There we go. We got the drive going. Stiers brings it up to give us to Swaney, second man.
Big
throw.
hole.
Big hole left side.
He could be
He's
going.
in the backfield. He's got one man to beat. It's the
He's
front.
gone.
He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Colin Swaney. No question about this one. There's no laundry on the field. And that is a huge, huge play as he goes 77 yards for
Wow.
a touchdown. That's ball control, Mike.
There it is.
That's
That
ball
is.
control.
Talk about grinding it out. Wow. 77 yards, and he's pretty quick.
He wasn't lacking for speed there.
He came through that hole, and I will say the offensive line made a pretty big opening for him there. Sweeney and you and I could have gone through there together.
But we wouldn't have hit the end zone.
No, we wouldn't. We would have gone down much before that. But the boy, he turned the Jets on. He had a guy trailing it. They blocked the extra point.
And the PAT is blocked, but that does make an 8-point ball game. Makes it a little interesting
It
now.
does make it real interesting.
Because now the 2-point conversion is a factor.
It is.
You kick the extra point in there, it's a 9-point ball game. The 2-point conversion is a factor. Now your defense has to play a little
Again,
smarter.
execution, special teams. But getting back to Sweeney, after he broke that through the hole, he had one guy behind him and was closing on him, and boy, he just pulled away from him and didn't.
That's huge, but now they've got to have to play some defense because now it's possible to tie this ball game with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
And there's plenty of time.
There's 2:18 to play in this ball game.
And Xavier's got 2 timeouts left, and City High doesn't have any.
That plays into a factor as well. So
It's turned into a pretty good ball game here, hasn't it?
I'm not bored. As Andrew Davis is, or check that. Alex Fisher is going to be doing the kicking here. Coach Sabers alluded to Fisher in the pregame comments that we don't have a kicking game until you can show me you can make some extra points. That one's blocked. The other one, there's a fire drill on. They end up getting 2. So I don't know if all that's his fault, but I don't know how much confidence they have in the kicker right now. But he does boot this one deep down to around the 10-yard line. Sweet up with the football. He comes over and crosses the 20-yard line. And that's where they're going to take possession. In the final 2:12 to play, Xavier's going to have the football. Trailing by 8, 21-13 is your score. City High on top. Xavier Saints with the football on their own 20-yard line with 2:12 to play in the ball game.
Well, this is it for City High. They've got to have a stand. I mean, they've just got to snuff these guys out. They can afford to give them a couple first downs, but not much more. Good rush on the quarterback.
Oh,
he's
there's
down.
a lot of pressure right there as Sayre was rolling out, and there's 2 defenders right there. And big number 73 for City High was in there in a heartbeat, and he got to the quarterback first. And that's Chris Horace, who wasted no time getting there. Quick play again. Rolling out right side is Sayre. Eludes one defender, gets the ball in the middle into double coverage, and that pass is incomplete as they try to go that time to Travis Sweet, and that one's incomplete on 2nd and 10.
Said 5 incompletions in a row.
1:49 to play in this ball game. 2nd and 10, ball in the 15 after that 10-yard loss. Actually, it's 2nd and 18. 1:49 to play. Saints with the football, trail by 8.
City High is looking pretty good right now, aren't they, Mark?
They're coming to life a little bit.
Yep. Oh, right.
Swaney
They got him. He
rolls out right, nothing there. Sayre goes out there to the right, nothing happening.
His second step out from underneath center, and he was tackled.
And right now the defensive line for City High really exploding over that offensive line of Xavier and really giving Sayre a lot of problems as Xavier takes a timeout here. giving them with one for the ball game after this one with 1:41 to play in the game.
For Iowa City West High, and it's 20 for Waterloo. Let you know.
An update 27-20 in favor of Iowa City West over Waterloo West.
That sounds like a good game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Putting some points on the board.
It started out sort of slow, 6-0, and now they're putting up the points just like we did start out slow. Sayre gets the snap. He drops back, 7-step drop. He rolls out to his right. He's under pressure. Gets the ball away, trying to go down, and it's picked off.
Nope, dropped.
And he dropped it there. But he was trying to go deep to Justin Sweet, but it wasn't there. The ball is knocked down by a City High defender, and it's going to be City High's football.
That was Phil Kenny, and Phil had it in his sights and had it in his hands. And
hit him right in the hands.
Yeah, worst place to hit him. Dropped right to the ground. But
had it right in his hands.
Take over on downs. Well, the second half was entertaining. It was a good game. Xavier's offense got going. City High looked a little bit better.
City High up with the ball, and Steyer's back, just takes a knee. Just going to let that clock run. Probably see Xavier use that one last timeout here before the end of the ball game here.
And City High will take this one, won't they?
We have right now with the Little Hawks leading with 1:28 to play in this ball game, but by no means is this outcome secure, but it is looking right now in the favor of City High as Mike is starting to compile his stats for the post game.
Make sense of these scribbles here.
Ooh, a little dangerous play there.
That
Steyer's goes down to a knee, but and Xavier Saint shot in there pretty quick and tried to get him, and looks like Steyer buckled back a little bit, but he popped up okay.
Good way to get hurt, isn't it?
And they cannot stop the clock because they used their last timeout already, and it's at 1:10 and counting. And it's a 3rd and 10 situation, so they're not going to get out of here without having to do something, either kicking or giving the ball back. So we'll see what happens. They're bringing people in a deep set formation just in case something happens. There's 3 people back for City High. As Steyers takes a knee and the clock runs inside 40 seconds, brings up a 4th and 10.
Well,
do they take the delay of game call and then run your 4th down play, or?
Boy, I think you have to. No, we're under 30 seconds now. Interesting.
Yep, as the clock is running down 20 seconds. Nothing Xavier can do. They're out of timeouts.
They'll just take that penalty.
They're going to have to take the penalty as the referee blows the whistle. And there he raises his hand for the delay of game signal. And that's going to stop the clock with 12.3 seconds and a 4th and 10 situation for City High. And possibly a pooch kick.
I was just thinking that, you know, I mean, it's...
Caleb Recker, the punter, is over there talking to the coaching staff over there. So possibly a pooch kick. Do you risk a block? I mean,
you risk a lot of things, no matter what you do here.
We don't want to be naysayers here, but things can go wrong.
You bet. He's going to line up under center, though.
So Steyers is going to line up under center. He may run around for a little bit to wind down this clock. He does drop back and finally does get sacked with 9.6 seconds to play.
Well, he ran about 10 yards backwards, didn't he?
Yeah, but he really didn't try and elude anybody. He just went back, and which maybe isn't a bad
10
thing.
yards.
So you're not risking fumbling the football.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to see a Hail Mary of sorts here with 9.8 seconds to go. Ball on the 23-yard line. City High scored in the same 77-yard distance on one play, their last possession before that, so it's not impossible.
They've got their safeties back on the 40-yard line. They send 3 of them down.
Sayre back, he's being chased out of the pocket, and finally he's brought down, and the clock just continues to run, and that's going to be your ball game as we have a final of City High winning the opening game of the season by a final score of 21-13. We'll be back with the Okoboji Bar and Grill postgame show right after this. You're listening to City High football on AM 1630 KCJJ.